Hey everybody, it's me and I am back with another video. And today, this one might be a little longer than normal because I probably won't um, edit this one and cut it down. I actually was going to do it live, but I figure nobody is probably going to look at it while I'm live. So I said I'll just record it and then and then we'll go from there. But anyway, and I gotta talk low because the baby is asleep. But I just decided I would come to you all with a video because I really wanted to kind of take you on this journey of real estate with me, the good, the bad, the ugly. I know that I talked to one of my subscribers about how I really don't like when people are constantly telling me why being a real estate agent is not going to work out for me, and how hard it is, and how most people who get their license don't make it in the industry. Like, I don't care about all that. I don't like when people talk to me about all that because I already know all of that. Um, but but at the same time, I guess I do want to still share the journey with you all in the realest form. Maybe I'll be looking back at this video in a year or two or three or five, and I'll be like, just gracious and thankful for how far I've come. But today is a tough day. I really wanted to share this video and be very rare and raw and form in this video because um I feel like people should know the ups, the downs, and when you have friends that are agents and stuff, a lot of times they don't, your friends or other people they don't really want to go into detail about the struggle that they had to go through in order to become the success that you see, or even other agents. People don't want to share with you, they want to tell you that you're not going to make it and how hard it's going to be for you, but people are not really authentic in telling you, okay, you know, this is what I experienced in the come up. So I figure what better way than to take you all on the journey with me. So you all know that I just recently got my real estate license. And I have a mentor slash business partner that I have been working with that has been helping me teaching me about FMLS, Georgia MLS, lead generating, everything. I mean, everything. He's even put me recently on a listing with him as a co-listing agent. So he's been helping a great deal. Um, but I will say that, um, I'm still out here, obviously, um, just learning there's just so much that you won't know unless you go through it yourself. But I want to say, some of you who's aspiring to become real estate agents, who's interested in becoming one, I just want to give you the real as to some of the things that you might experience on your journey. Um, so, as we all know, being a realtor, you're working with people. People are, um, when it's just like car sales or any other kind of sales, I guess. But when people think of a realtor or a real estate agent, they think of somebody that's just coming to steal their money, rip them off, lie to them, cheat them, all of that kind of stuff. And I guess that's different from me because in the military, I was a chaplain's assistant, so people really trusted me. And then even, I'm in school right now getting my master's in social work. So I'm one of those real heartsy people, I guess you can say. So obviously, um, it's different for me because people are looking at me in a different light than what I'm used to. But one of the things that I want to talk about is my most recent experience. I had so one of the ways that I generate leads is through calls, making cold calls, warm, hot calls, whatever. So I had made a call and got a lead. I went to visit with her yesterday, and she was an elderly lady. We actually talked on the phone for quite some time before I even went over there, And then when I went over there, I spent about 3 hours over there, which I know most agents probably don't do. But I do have the time to do it. I mean, I'm still working up my clientele, and I'm really building my brand around a real estate agent, like somebody who actually does care, which I do. But anyway, so in being new, I didn't realize that you should always take you a printed out copy of the exclusive agency listing paper with you, because the person may not have a computer, they may not have internet, they may not have a phone, or something of that nature. So anyway, she was an elderly lady. I went over there, we talked, and a lot of times people gain trust just by talking to you about anything that you all have a common interest. So for her, it was spiritual. It was, religion, it was Christianity, which is everything. Like she was just talking. She was from Jamaica, but had lived in London and New York, and she was living here, and she wanted to sell her house and get something smaller because again, she was a single elderly woman. And so we talked and we, really connected, and it was a good situation. So she was like she had told me on the phone before I even went over there. Actually, when we first spoke, she told me that she did not want to list with a black person. She herself is black. She said, but she didn't want to list with a black real estate agent because two previous realtors that were black had basically screwed her over here just recently. So she explained the specific situations to me, and they were some bogus situations. Some of you may know in the city of Atlanta is full of scammers and people who just want to steal your money. I've had my money stolen twice. So that's just how it is in Atlanta. So when she told me that, it was just like, wow. And she wasn't rude or anything with it. She just said that, and it was just hard because at the same time, as someone who had been a victim by my own people, been scammed before, but I guess at the end of the day, I've always had this belief system that every person isn't the same, every person in one race isn't the same, or whatnot. So I just talked to her, and through the conversation, she realized that, I am who I say I am. And then that's when we came to the meeting at the house. So at the house, she was able to meet me and we had a great conversation. So I didn't bring the exclusive agency listing printout, and she said her computer was broke. So she said that I could come back because Tuesday she had doctor's appointments and stuff like that. And she said come back Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and I could bring the exclusive agency listing with me then. And then that obviously that's the paper that they signed, which basically states that you were. It looks like this. But it basically kind of just says, I'm not showing because this is actually somebody's, but it's just showing that I will represent them as their agent exclusively. So in the event that the house sells, then the commission will go to me exclusively. So anyway, I didn't have a printed out paper of, a version of that. So and then something did kind of spark me because she did have a couple of other agents who had been over there because I seen another agent, exclusive agency listing who had apparently brought theirs with them. So it's kind of like I'm guessing what she was interviewing, maybe just going through the interviewing process of agents. But like I said from the jump, she had already said she kind of had made up in her mind she didn't want to go with another black real estate agent. So bottom line, by the time we left, it was like she had agreed, like, okay, I do want to go with you. I said, give me 30 days and I'll get this house sold. I feel confident in that, especially working with my business partners, very experienced. I knew that I'd be able to happen, that could happen. And then the price point that we were going to stay within was absolutely doable and reasonable. I had done tons of homework before I had went over to her house, on her house, as far as comps, comparing the properties and all of that. So, um, anyway, so that was that. But just a small part of me in my spirit was like, I don't know, I hate when I don't get when she didn't sign. So it's like, okay, it's still not really guaranteed. So today is Tuesday. That was yesterday. So she called me today, and I knew when she called me, I'm like, okay, she's calling me. And basically, she was like, I just want to call you and tell you that I got an offer on my house and that I'm not wanting to list it anymore. I mean, I'm not, yeah, wanting to list it or whatever. And I would just call you if something changes or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm still kind to her. And she said, I'm gonna keep your information and reach out to you when I'm, getting closer to ready to purchase another home because obviously she's gonna be moving from that home, moving into another home. And I said, okay, that's fine. Um, still very kind with her and everything. But obviously, after getting off the phone with her, now mind you, this is actually the third person that I have went through so far, just going through the process, whether it be, talking to them on the phone and them backing out, or actually going to their house and them not showing up or something of that nature. This has been the third instance where I have not got the listing. And I guess it just gets discouraging. It does. So I just want to let y'all know that when you do get started, obviously you have to hustle very hard. I'm always calling, lead generating on Facebook, just trying to put myself and promote myself as much as I can. I'm not willing to quit. I'm not willing to give up. I don't have that mentality, but I do have to say, like today, it was just like overload. Mind you, I had worked hours on a video um, in the last week, and one of my YouTube um, friends had actually, I don't know if he is, I mean, one of my Facebook friends, I don't know if he's on here on YouTube, but he sent me a message and he said, hey, I want to let you know your YouTube video is only a minute long. Mind you, it was like a 10-minute video that I spent a lot of time recording and editing and stuff. But I didn't realize that when I upload to YouTube, for some reason it chopped my video down to a minute. And I usually remove the video because I had recorded videos after that. So I had actually deleted that original video off my computer. So today I was actually caught in between just not being able to upload the video again, basically. Because the video is gone. Basically, it's just gone. Like everything I recorded, everything I worked on that video is just kapoosh. It's just gone. So I think it was just a mix with that, mixed with just kind of hustling so hard, and then that happening. Oh, and then yesterday I was doing some cold calls, and I used my Google Voice number for obvious reasons. Everyone knows that once you go into business, you want to use your business number, Google Voice number. You don't want to use your personal number, only because me, I have a husband, I have a daughter, I have a family life. So I don't want my personal phone just constantly going off, but I also want to make sure I'm making myself available for my business. So I have a business number, a Google Voice. But anyway, I was making my calls, and what appeared to be a Caucasian male called me back. And with some of you may know with Google Voice, when the call comes back, the it'll before you can barely pick up the phone, you can't even hear who is calling you. So basically, by the time he came on, I accepted the call. I didn't even know who I was speaking to because I had made so many calls. Again, I was lead generating, I was making calls. So he was like, I just